Hello and welcome back to MLB The Show 18 and the Jason Parham Road to the Show. I'm Tyrant Saber. Last time out, Jason threw a complete game against the Baltimore Orioles in Fenway Park. He did allow a, what's his name? Tim Beckham home run, but that was the only run he allowed all game, and he pitched the full 9 innings, which was, fantastic, and he got the win, of course. So, we only have the one series or the one rotation left in the season, because Jason gets to play one more game against the Oakland Athletics, after which it's the end of the season. So this is my last video before the end of the season, and we hope before the Red Sox go to the postseason, and it's looking really good right now. We are 3 games ahead of the 3 games ahead of the Orioles, or 2.5, something like that. And then we are another 3 games ahead of the Astros and Athletics, who are still in a dead heat, man. The Mariners have jumped ahead in the NL West, so that particular tie has been broken, but it's still a tight race in the West, and anyone could win it. But, yeah, it's going to look pretty hard for these guys to get ahead of us in the final stretch, so we'll find out whether or not we can make the final push. So let's get after it. Okay, bullpen day. What do we got? What do we need? What can we do? 12.6 velocity is, a thing. Getting towards the caps on these skills, especially that slider break, so that might be something to do. Durability, pitch and clutch. Pitch and clutch and home runs per 9. As previously mentioned, I'm not so worried about the home runs per 9, since it was scandalously revealed to me that it's not a stat that does anything in the course of played games. It's entirely a simulation stat. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and start working on my 5th pitch caps. Okay. And check the standings. Still haven't quite sealed it up yet. Red Sox 3 games ahead of the Orioles, and we're still another 2.5 ahead. Orioles are still 2.5 ahead of the Athletics and Angels. They're neck and neck going into the end of the season. Mariners are half a game ahead. They're neck and neck. So one more day. We lost that one. That's not very good, but 86 and 71, 83 and 73. Man, it is a dead heat. Athletics and Angels are in the lead going into the last part of the season. They're half a game ahead of the Mariners. And hey, guess what? Guess who we're playing tomorrow? That's right, it's Jason's first appearance against the Oakland Athletics, with Daniel Mengden on the mound, another man with a rolly fingers mustache, coming into Fenway Park. This is the first time Jason has faced off against the Athletics, so I have no basis for comparison against them, but we are going to get out there and get it.
Tuesday Night Baseball set to come your way from Fenway Park in Boston. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Oakland A's and the Boston Red Sox. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Jason Parham, a right-hander from the Keystone State, gets the ball as the starter in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Wow, talk about a number that jumps out at you. This guy's whip, which is walks to hits to innings pitch, is less than 1 coming into this start. That's not an easy thing to do. That tells me one thing. Not only is his stuff good, but he wipes people out quick. This is a real good pitcher.
Now batting, Ken Moses. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
All right, first pitch against the Oakland Athletics. First time facing them, so let's see what they got. Come after me.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And we are underway from Fenway as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball 1. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Hey, Matty, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
Hard on the ground.
Oh, and that's a nice one through the gap into left field, and that's the first man on base. So good for y'all.
Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
All right. Dale Whiter's at the plate now.
In now, Dale Whiters, as he will look at a curveball right on the black. Apparently, it's strike 1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Whiters brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark.
Oh, here we go.
Pitch inside the throw.
No way. Not on a changeup. Maybe on a fastball.
That's an easy stolen base.
Well, I think he's making it pretty obvious why he's batting leadoff, isn't he? Works his way on base to start the game, and then does even better by swiping second to put himself into scoring position. He's trying to make an impact from the get-go in this one.
Moses stands at second with no outs.
Okay, so that was pretty much center cut, but he fouled it off. That's fine. I'm okay with that. What did you ask for? Outside fastball? Can do.
The 1-2.
A little tapper over to second base. DJ LeMahieu over to first. And that, as usual, is Jesus Aguilar.
The athletic starting lineup for this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I know
Causa.
they're hoping to get more production from the 7-hole these days. Talk about struggling. He had less than 5 hits the entire last month. Whoa, that's like a hit a week. I mean, come on. When you wake up and fall in a bed, you're at least going to be able to get 1 hit a week. He has to do a lot better than that.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game.
Okay, well, we got a man on third now with only 1 away, so we got to get this guy out.
First pitch on its way. Chopped weakly to the left.
That's not really getting him.
Throw to the plate.
Well, we got that guy out, so I'll take a guy on first for a guy on third.
Run of the ball game.
That could be a tough read for the runner at third because your first instinct is to take off for home on a ground ball. But when it's right at the corner infielder like that, it doesn't take a whole lot to nail you at the plate.
All right.
Into the box for his first at-bat in this one, Matt Olson. And he's been swinging it well the last couple of games.
Rafael Devers saving the run. I'm fine with that.
First pitch of the at-bat.
My pride, of course, would much rather have got a strikeout there, but like I said, I will take outs over strikeouts any way I can get them.
Here's the 0-1.
Swing and a miss on the curveball. Keep getting my curveballs and my changeups confused.
Why would you change your approach with 2
The difference is the curveball is thrown with a particular arm action and a particular spin on it that causes it to dive as it reaches the plate. As it loses velocity from the thrower, as it reaches the plate, it starts yawing downward more. Changeup, by comparison, is thrown so that the ball arm action looks like a fastball. It just isn't thrown as hard, so it slows down as it gets to the plate and starts dropping more. Different actions. Anyway, we got out of the first inning without a run scored with a man on third, so that's awesome.
Up Chad Pinder. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9.
And they even were so kind as to give me the lead. How gracious of the Red Sox. I like playing for this team.
First pitch coming.
Then again, as many teams as Jason has played for, he probably likes playing for anybody who gives him run support.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone.
That might be the that might be the name on the back of his jersey next year. Give me runs.
And let's focus our attention on the guy behind the dish, Matt Wieters.
Not easy to do his job at get out of that crouch at 6'4", 6'5", and throw an absolute rocket down to second base. And oh, by the way, hit from both sides of the plate. Look for him to have a big day today.
Next up for the A's, Bruce Maxwell, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Okay, well, I pretty much center cut that fastball, so let's not do that again. How about an inside cutter for you?
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball one.
I like the call for the changeup. But I'm going to go low, slow, and away with this one.
Is in there for strike one. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside quarter, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
Okay, tap it over to first base. That's Jesus Aguilar still. El Causa.
Striding in for Oakland, Dustin Fowler. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
You may not hear his name very much tonight, but we got Mikey Matuk out in right field. And behind the dish is Matt Wieters. I think they were actually talking about him in the defensive preview today.
First pitch on its way.
But pretty much everybody else is the usual cast of characters.
Down and ought to be good for extra bases. He takes the turn and heads for second.
And that's a nice double on the part of Mr.
Wow, he almost blew that
Who's that?
fastball by him, but he shows some quick
Is that
hands
Matt
to catch
Dustin
up to
Fowler?
it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he
Yep,
did.
that one,
and that's
Dustin
a nice
Fowler.
two-act.
Well done, you.
Stepping up now, Boog Powell, showing some definite confidence at the plate right now, and his recent numbers are reflecting that.
Incidentally, Boog is a nickname. His parents didn't name him Boog. There was another ball player who went by the name Boog Powell, and I guess somebody gave him that nickname as a tribute, even though the two aren't related.
0-1, here it comes.
Ooh,
And a curveball that time.
almost got that one, Jay.
Red Sox on top in the early going. 1-0 as we play the second.
Swing and a miss on that fastball, and you were way early on that one. So, what do you say? How about a little slider, low and inside? Swing and a miss. Get off my plate.
And that will retire the side. Danger averted following the two-out double. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Coming to the plate now, Franklin Barreto, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow.
Okay, still no more runs, but that's fine.
Here's
Oh,
the first
that's
pitch
not
to him.
fine. I don't like that.
A curveball that
Pitch
catches the
worked, but
inside
like,
corner.
that's not where I wanted to put it.
Hit weak to the mound.
Come on, Jay. Get that man out.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Way to go, Jay.
Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look
He's
at the
neck and
league
neck
leaders
with
in
Corey
games
Kluber down the
won
stretch.
this
Unfortunately,
season.
he's not going to
And
get
as
to
you can
20
see there,
wins this season
part of
just
a
because
flat-footed tie
he
for
lost
the
a few too
AL
many
lead.
this year.
Now at the plate, Ken Moses. He reached on a single in his first try.
Ken Moses.
Here comes the first
Okay.
pitch. A
Took the
changeup that
changeup.
just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Got one here. Hey, let it rip right here.
Critical question.
Hit your pinch. Right here.
Swing and a
Way
miss
out in
on the
front.
cutter.
One out, nobody
Outside
on.
part of the plate, and he was early on it. So maybe the thing to do is go curveball, low and away. Here comes the hook.
Hit back up the middle.
Okay, well, he
Mayhew
didn't get the
towards second.
strikeout,
He's
but
got it, and that's the
take that
second
out any way I can get it.
Striding forward now is the DH, Dale Whiters. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
I don't know how many of you watching were out for my last stream. I created a new player in a road to the show.
First
Second
delivery
baseman
to him on the
who,
way.
strangely, as soon as he got drafted, they put him in as designated hitter. They didn't have him as a fielder at all. And it's like, I've watched Road to the Show series where the players involved would have given their left nut just to play a designated hitter, just so they didn't have to do any of the fielding. And it's like, I want to do some fielding. I like fielding. Batting's hard.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Change up inside. Tapped it out to first base. And that's Jesus Aguilar taking it himself to get the out. Okay.
1, 2, 3 go the A's. It remains 1-0. Leading off the inning, Stephen Piscotty, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Okay, that cutter's really... They're either not looking for it, or it's really catching them by surprise, or Jason just got it really working today. I know which one I would rather believe, but... Clubbed that one. I think he was a little early on it. So, it's the fourth inning. We haven't used any showtime on this one, so let's pull out the slider. That's right, folks. It's showtime slider time. Swing and a miss, or half swing and a miss.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussions at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
Up next for Oakland, first baseman.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson.
Swing and a miss on the circle change. I think his timing was pretty good on that one, so that's a little concerning, but what are you going to do, man? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this fastball hopefully where you can't get to it or do anything with it. And hope he swings.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
2-1 to the A's first baseman.
That's not fantastic.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far.
Okay, inside cutter. Taps it over to shortstop. Marcus Semien takes it in,
and there's
puts him out.
2.
Not a problem.
Digging in, Chad Pinder. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First offering on its way. Hard hit ball to short.
And another shortstop ball. Is he going to get it? No, he will not, unfortunately.
He's able to reach base safely.
Yeah, nobody on right there, Dan. 2 outs. It's not every day you see a guy pick him up and put him down like him getting down to first base right there. Bought himself a base hit.
Well, I'd say what, there's a couple of things you can do. It doesn't take a lot of talent to hustle, and it doesn't take talent to be on time. And he hustled out of the box, turned what could have been a ground out to end the inning into an infield single.
Ooh, center cut, hung it, framed it, packaged it up, put a pretty little bow on it, hand delivered, and he still didn't swing.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Lifted down the line.
And that's a little shot over to second, or to left field, excuse me. And that's men on first and second.
After back-to-back two-out hits right
Okay,
now,
these guys are starting to get a little rally going. I like it. I dig it.
And he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed
Okay,
over
you
the heart of the
caught
plate.
this one and you did something with it.
Up next,
Let's try a high or an inside, rather, cutter.
Is in there for a called strike one.
Let it fly. Let's go right here.
Curveball low and inside, sure.
He's set. Here's the 0-1.
Ooh, that was super tight inside.
Pinder at second. Maxwell.
Could have been a
First,
strike.
2 out in the inning.
Ooh.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it.
Jason is painting the black today, and the referee is just not seeing it.
Right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Looking to wiggle out of
Change
this.
up.
Here it is.
Ooh.
Swing and a line drive.
Smash that one down the third base line, and it stayed
I know
foul.
his timing was a little bit off at the dish, but he kept his hands back. Just missed that one foul.
All right, 2-2. Runners on first and second. Showtime slider time, perhaps. Let's do it.
Softly hit
Oh,
out to
right
short.
over to shortstop. Marcus
And the
Semien
2-out
gets
threat
the
will not
out,
come to pass as the inning is over.
and that's fine.
A's strand a couple. They trail it here 3-0. Into the box now, Boog Powell. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And he tapped that slider outside for the first pitch. Low fastball is the call.
Hey, nobody.
Looks like an early release.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
No good. Catcher calls for the same thing again. Matt Wieters really wants that low outside fastball, so he's going to get it. And that's a jam shot right over to Rafael Devers.
So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he currently sits 3rd in the AL in that category. And next up will be Franklin Barreto. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
And let's be honest here, if
First pitch
Shohei
of the
Ohtani
at-bat.
played in the National League,
In
he would
there,
almost
strike
certainly
one.
be getting Silver Slugger for the pitcher. Unfortunately, Angels got a pretty tight hold on him.
Behind 0-2 now.
Okay, what do you say? How about a low curveball?
See it up. Drive it like you can. Let's go.
That softly
Oh,
hit
and
to
he
right.
got
Will
it.
that get down?
Got
Yes,
it out to
will. He's got
right
himself
field.
a
Mikey
one-out
Matuk
single.
out there.
Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
You know, it's funny. The first 2 strikes are for the fans. You're trying to put balls in the seats right there. With 2 strikes, it's for the team. You got to shorten up and find a way, and that's exactly what he did right there. Soft liner into right field for a base hit.
Second baseman, Ken Moses.
Into the box, Ken Moses. As the
Ooh,
first pitch to him is a
okay,
changeup. He can't
okay.
find the zone. It's
That's how we're going to do
0-1.
it, huh?
1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Well, I don't like doing this usually, Jason, as we well know, but I think it's time we challenged him.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. A high fastball is in there. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the ball game for the A's so far. Pulls this one into the air.
And that's
out
going to be a
into right
long
field.
run, and I don't know if
is after
Matuk can get it.
He gets there and
He's
makes the play
can,
for the
though.
second out
Wow,
of the
that was a
inning.
long run for Mikey Matuk for the second out of the inning.
Well, he had to track that one for a long time, and he did so while looking back over his shoulder. Not an easy play by any means, but they practice these all the time.
Making an argument to be selected for the team. He wants to play in the
Now the
majors,
A's
and he's
designated
making a
hitter,
case for himself
Dale
right
Myers.
now.
Designated hitter,
Dale Whiters to the plate now.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Down the third baseline.
And chops that cutter, that slider rather, foul.
Hey, get us out of here, huh?
Hey, let her rip one time.
Hit hard to the right.
And that's a fouled off late fastball.
Hey, two away.
So let's go high, top of the zone. I don't know if I care inside, outside necessarily.
The next 0-2 is
Swing and a miss.
He got him.
Have a seat and get comfortable.
One left for Oakland. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Striding into the box, Stephen Piscotty. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
Boston is still up 6-0 in the top of the 6th. Jason Parham still on the mound, 56 pitches through 5 innings.
Get your pitch, drive it.
First pitch coming.
Might
Here
have
it
enough
is.
gas to go all the way, but
Fouled off wide of
right now
first,
we just
but
have
boy,
to
that
worry
has
about
some
the
zip
batter
on it.
at the plate. So let's get after him.
And that misses 1-1.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that two-seam fastball.
Hey, let's go, big fella. Need you right here.
So we've had 2 fastballs in a row of varying stripes. Tried to sit on that changeup, just hacks it down the third base line, foul, and he was early on it.
Dog, get your pitch.
So I think it's showtime, slider time again. Here comes the airplane.
Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So the shutout still intact here in the 6th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we see that these guys are currently in 3rd place in the AL in that department.
Jason, unfortunately, hasn't been doing much to help out
Stepping up to
the
the plate, Matt Olson. 3rd trip to the plate
effort
for him
as far
here.
as
Struck out
ERA
and
goes, because
grounded
he's
out
been
his
getting
first
hit pretty
try.
hard by most of the teams that he's faced this year.
First here.
First delivery to him on the way. And that one stayed up a little
Since he
high.
joined the Red Sox, at
These
least,
guys
he had
have
done
got to be
spectacularly on
frustrated
the
as an
Nationals, and
offensive
then
unit so far
with
this
the
one.
Mets,
They haven't
well,
been able to
Mets
crack
be
the
Mets
code on
and
their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten
and that one's
out.
just going to go on a little walk into the crowd. 1-1.
Guy, one time. Here you go.
The 1-1
Change-ups to call.
misses for the second ball.
Misses low.
Hey, let it rip one time.
So what's the next call? High outside fastball? I guess we can give it a try.
Hey, nice and patient.
Much rather go like middle of the zone.
High and deep to right center.
And that one looks like it's going out to the triangle. Can they make the play? Jackie Bradley Jr. out there for the second out. Okie dokie.
Ready now, Chad Pinder. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And now pitch on the way. Watches a fastball right there.
Fastball
for
straight
strike
down
one.
the chute. No swing.
Hey, wait for your pitch, rep that, huh? Hey, two away.
Low call.
Come on, big guy. You got this.
Put one on the corner of the zone.
Rounded down the
Hits
third
it into
baseline.
third
A
play.
dive, but it's off
Third
his
baseman
glove.
Rafael
And
Devers
he
gets a
won't
glove
risk
on
the
it,
long
but is
throw
unable to
across.
make a
He'll hang
play.
on to it. It's an infield single. Digging in and looking for more, Bruce Maxwell. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Changeup in for a strike. Pinder is off at first with 2 away.
Here we go, fellas. Let's go.
Right deep, huh? Here you go.
Slider
Strike two.
catches the zone.
That's back-to-back pitches.
2
taken for
strikes.
strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
Change up on the outside part of the plate gets him swinging for the strikeout.
The A's strand one. They still find themselves down 6-zip.
And that, my friends, is currently a quality start.
Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one.
See him rip it up there.
Try the curveball.
And that pitch misses.
That
in the
one
dirt,
just kind
and
of
it's
falls
2-0
down
now.
off the table.
Well, here's a guy we
2-0.
know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where
Jason.
he's likely to be successful.
Okay.
3-0 to him now.
Okay, 3-0.
Hey, come on, big dog. Get the pitch.
Well, if you care for a changeup, this is what you want.
3-1.
Center cut, and you didn't do anything with it.
Plays it one now. Ride it like you can. Let's go.
All right, let's try the cutter.
And a good take there.
But
They'll have
that
a
one
leadoff
just
man
kind of
aboard
falls
to
out
start the
too,
seventh.
so
It's
that's a
ball
walk
4.
in the
Yeah, the
7th.
guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Right, so
that
we
will bring
did
in the
mostly
outfielder,
fastballs, looks like,
Powell.
last time.
Here's the first pitch to him.
And he
Looks at a
takes the
curveball
curveball
over the
first
inside
pitch.
corner.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
One time.
Shot down the first
And
base
that's
line.
right
It's
past
dirty, but he can't
Jesus
make the play.
Aguilar at
It's a
first.
base hit.
That's going to be men on
And
second
they've
and
really got
third
something going
with
here.
no
Runners at
outs
second
in
and
7th.
third to start the inning.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board.
Well, this
Let's
is
see
going to
if
be a
they can
test of
continue.
Jason's mettle here. If he can strike some guys out, that'll give his team a chance.
Like you can. Come on.
And next up will be Franklin Barreto, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
Nobody down here.
1-1 to Franklin
Okay.
Barreto.
Well, I put it where you wanted
With the
there.
infield back and a runner at third,
Weeders.
he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
And that's foul, fortunately. So, yeah. I think it's a good time to pop some more Showtime. We're not going to go for a Showtime slider this time.
Boy, good
Swing and a
cutting action to that
miss.
pitch as that's the
That's
first
what
out
I
of the
needed.
inning.
That's what I wanted. That's
It's
what I
been a
like
really
to
rough
see.
day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Ken Moses. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the belt, kicks and deals. A ball and no
Okay, that
strikes.
first pitch curveball falls
The
out of the
runner
zone a
at
little
third,
bit.
Powell at second with 1 away.
Try an inside two-seamer.
And
Still
2-0
too
as this
low.
one's
Okay,
taken
well,
low.
if that's the way we're going to play it.
Let it fly right here.
Inside cutter.
It's 2-1
Swing and a
to the A's
miss.
leadoff batter.
Oh, man, he took a swing and a half at that one. I think some frustration.
He had good
is
timing
creeping
on it.
into
He was
these
just
guys,
swinging
so
in the wrong
he might have
place.
just been trying to get his guys on the board with one swing.
Now the 2-1 is
Swing and a
swung
miss
on,
on the
missed, and that's
changeup
strike 2.
low. We're
Oh,
back
I
to
love
2
the
and
way
2,
he's
fellas.
competing out there on the mound right now.
And the
He's
slider.
got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with
Good
2
time for maybe an outside Showtime slider. See if he catches it.
Grounder
He
down the line
does.
at third. Devers fields it clean.
But-
and
and that pulls a man off the
first
bag.
baseman
Oh,
off
dear.
the bag, and he'll reach it first.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Okay. Well, this is not an ideal situation. We got one out, bases loaded.
Stepping in now, Dale Whiters.
Oh, Blue. What's the deal?
Hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a soft liner to the right
And that's
side.
foul, thankfully.
Foul.
Inside slider, it vetoed.
Come on, baby. Your pitch. Right now.
And that's going to be a grounder to second. Over to second.
For one. On
Catches
the
it at
it's
first.
a double play.
Bases loaded.
Their woes continue.
No runs
The inning
scored.
is over. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's
Oh, right over there to third.
in this one.
But
And that's a quick
reactions
out.
at the hot corner take away a hit, and there's one gone. Getting late. 8th inning now from Fenway with the Red Sox
By the
on
way,
top as you get a
5
look at our
outs
game's
to
line
go.
score to this point. So here's the cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First delivery to him on the way. And that misses, ball 1.
And even though he's had some success against this guy in the ball game, he still knows he's a very dangerous opponent. He won't want to fall behind him any further.
And a
All
strike
right,
to
cutter
even
on the
count.
outside corner.
1-1.
Hey, this is the game within the game right here. The hitter has to decide if he's going to change his game plan. Is he going to stay staunch and wait for him to miss over the heart of the plate or inside, or is he going to adjust his sights and try and drive the ball the other way?
And they'll go
Okay,
off speed
so
here
this
as
guy is
pitch
seeing
misses. It's
my
2-1.
changeup pretty good. I'm just about out of showtime, so it's not wise perhaps to use any in a non-critical situation. I really just want him to ground out here.
Let's see what they throw Olson on a 3-1 count.
Okay, 3-1 is not where I want to be,
No better. Come on.
but we're going to try a curveball and hope it doesn't get hung.
He takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full.
All right, we're trying this slider. See what happens.
Hard hit ball to
Bounced
second,
over to second.
loved by LeMahieu.
That's a quick,
And there are 2
not very
away
quick.
now.
There's a 3-2 count. That's another out. 95 pitches
And that
thrown.
brings
Jason
up
is
Chad
starting to
Pinder.
flag a little
So
bit.
far,
You
2
can
for
see he's
3
only
in
got a
this one.
sliver of energy left.
The pitch.
Leave it all on the field, Jay.
And he lays off
This
a
is
pitch
for
in there
all
for
the
first
marbles.
strike.
Well, technically it's for none of the marbles at this point because
Pitch up there, huh?
even if this guy sounds off,
Tries to shave the corner with that
hits a
pitch,
dinger,
but it's
I think is what
1-1.
I was trying to say. It's still going to be 8-1, so just do your best, Jay. Pad those stats.
Line toward the alley in left center. That gets
And that's
down,
gonna be a
and the
base
inning
hit.
Continues.
For Chad Pinder.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
But they're going to leave Jay out there. They want him to at least finish the 8th, looks like, and they're going to let him throw those last couple of pitches.
Here's the German-born catcher, Bruce Maxwell. And he'll
Okay.
wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
You got a problem with it? Take a whack at the next one, why don't you?
0-1
Maybe I
count,
shouldn't be
and
saying that
the
before I
pitch.
throw the
And
pitch.
he goes the other way as this is hit
But this
high
is out
and
to
deep
Benintendi.
strike
Benny
one.
gets it.
Benintendi
Jason has
has
thrown
what
8
it
innings,
takes to
100
track, but he
pitches.
has it to retire
That very
this
well
side.
may be his day.
This one pretty well in the bag. Home half of the 8th
and it's hard to say that it wasn't a good showing for him.
So stepping in,
Oh, but they're going to let him go back out there for the 9th. I'm not sure this is a wise decision managerially, but they're going to let him do it.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these.
So we're going to see if he can hang on to the shutout.
Your own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and a strike now.
Okay, so he was late on that guy. High inside cutter.
And that's taken up
Sits on it.
Ball 2.
1 strike. Hey, let's go, kid. 1 time right here.
Outside fastball. I've done a lot of fast stuff. I guess I'll try one more.
On the ground
And he taps it over to third base.
Throw on to first for the
Rafael
out.
Devers
That is
over
how
to
the
Jesus
9th inning
Aguilar.
gets
2
underway.
outs to go.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Boog Powell. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also.
And that's another one over to Rafael Devers. Over to Jesus Aguilar. Pulls him off the bag. And that's another throwing error from the left side of the infield. My goodness.
When you've worked as hard as he has in this one. Well, that's always the danger when you've got a lead that's this big. You know there's not a lot of doubt about the outcome of the game, so you lose focus a little bit.
And
in the field.
unfortunately,
And sometimes as a player,
that's going to
you
do
try
it
to trick
after 8
yourself into
2/3,
playing
and
like
that
it's a
8
close
1/3
game, so
rather.
you
And
stay
that
sharp.
one was not Jason's fault in
Now
the
the Red Sox
slightest.
skipper's up out of the dugout and on his way toward the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening.
Well, out of gas as he is, that's probably the right call to make, too. So Tyler Thornburg comes out of the bullpen to close things out.
Tyler Thornburg answers the call from the dugout as he'll try to record the final 2
And I
outs
think
of this
the
one.
outcome is more or less settled. But let's find out exactly how this one plays out. Survey says...
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
An 8-0 shutout.
Well, it's
this
another
evening.
day of dominance for Jason Parham on the mound. He pitched 8 1/3 innings, allowed 9 hits, but no runs, including a double play with bases loaded and 1 out. Jason collected 7 strikeouts on the day. His ERA on the season concludes at 2.71. His FIP also is at 2.71, and his xFIP is at 3.15. He improves to 19-6 on the season is his final record, and his career is now at 28-26. So that's going to do it for me, or rather, that's what I would say, because we're going back to the clubhouse. Well, with that last play, that last game, the Red Sox punched their ticket for the postseason, meaning Jason Parham is playoffs bound for the first time in his major league career. The Red Sox are 87-71 with 4 more games to play in the season, and we'll find out pretty soon who their first opposition is going to be in the American League wild card. A couple days out from the end of the season, the Cy Young voting is pretty close between Jason Parham, Corey Kluber, and Danny Salazar. So we're about to find out who he plays, or who gets the trophy at the end of the season. But in the meantime, we got 3 more games we got a couple more games to sim through. So let's quickly pop through that. One more training session. Why not? It's late. Do it quickly. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Don't like any of those. 5th pitch speed would be cool. Control would be nice. Circle break. I'm almost to the point where I could just level it up to 70 and have good results from that. So I guess I'll go ahead and bring my slider velocity up some more. Just 'cause.
That boy. Good job.
And final day of the season. Sim through that. Congratulations, the Red Sox have finished the season at 90-72. We made the postseason as a wildcard team, and we will be playing the Baltimore Orioles in the first round of the postseason. How about that? Let's pop out and check everything real quick. So let's see. Jason Parham was the league leader in winning percentage at .760, league leader in wins at 19, leader in whip at .96, and their calculation of WAR is a little screwed up, but he scored 6.6 in their calculation, and based on 2017 numbers, he's at 7.7 wins above replacement on the season. And oh my, what's that? Is that an award I see waiting for me? Great job winning the Cy Young Award. Jason Parham, for the first time in his career, is a Cy Young winner. You can't even see the grin on my face, and I am just so pleased that he's made it in his third year in the majors. Unbelievable as it is. Unbelievable after seeing the way he performed in his first major league season. Unbelievable as it was seeing all the struggles coming up to this point, that in only 2.5 years effectively, he has come all the way to win the Cy Young Award. Congratulations, Jason Parham. You made it. You're a part of history now, boy. Hope you got your suit ready and your acceptance speech, but more importantly, I hope you got your game face on, because it's a one and done in the wild card. That's all that stands between you and the playoffs is one game against Baltimore, and you're it, buddy. You're the man on the mound. So it looks like the bracket for this year is going to be Baltimore Orioles versus the Boston Red Sox in the American League wild card, the San Francisco Giants and the Pittsburgh Pirates in the National League wild card. Cleveland faces off with Oakland in the ALDS. The New York Yankees face the winner of the American League wild card, so that's an AL East divisional series. And then the Arizona Diamondbacks play against the Philadelphia Phillies in the NLDS, and the Chicago Cubs await the winner of the NL wild card. Now we'll just have to wait and find out how that plays out, because what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play the postseason live on Friday, the 24th. Hopefully that'll be one day after this video comes up, so hopefully you'll be there. It'll be Friday, the 24th of August, 2018, live at 7 o'clock Pacific. Convert to your time as appropriate. And hopefully I will see you there live as Jason Parham takes it to the Baltimore Orioles in Fenway. So until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you in the postseason.